After a few years of fighting against each other and defamation, of a battle between truth and lies, after all the evidence brought to light by Johnny Depp and all the lies of Amber Heard were discovered, finally the trial ended. June 1st was when the verdict was made public, and that's when Johnny Depp was able to prove that he was defamed. But we all had the same questions. What would happen to the career of Johnny Depp? What was going to be the next step for the actor, and especially for all those who did not believe him and took away multi-million-dollar contracts? Although the questions are still on the table, we also wondered what was going to happen to Amber, what was going to happen with her career, and the great, famous request to remove her from Aquaman. The Depp versus Heard trial ended on Wednesday, June 1st. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are left to pick up the pieces of their careers now that their acrimonious defamation trial is over. However, it remains to be seen how they will proceed and how eager Hollywood will be to hire them. Amber Heard was convicted guilty on 3 charges of defamation by Johnny Depp in 3 instances, after nearly 2 months of statements and testimony, while Depp was found guilty on 1 count of defaming his ex-wife through Heard's countersuit. Even though Heard and her legal team aim to appeal the verdict, the legal saga is finally concluded. So where does Depp go from here? It turns out that he's already working on a one-of-a-kind project. Johnny Depp's most recent film appearance was in Minamata, a drama that premiered in the United States in February and starred the actor and producer in the critically acclaimed role of American photojournalist W. Eugene Smith. While it was announced in January that Depp would play King Louis XV in the period film Jean du Barry, directed by Moen, it has now been disclosed that the Pirates of the Caribbean star will also collaborate with guitarist Jeff Beck on an album that will be published in July. This isn't the first time Johnny Depp has teamed up with Jeff Beck, who has previously worked with the Yardbirds, the Jeff Beck Group, and Beck, Bogart, and Appice. After the Depp versus Heard trial in Fairfax, Virginia, the 2 men recorded a cover of John Lennon's Isolation, and they were also observed performing along with musician Sam Fender at a pub in Newcastle. While Depp did not mention the ruling during his 8-song set with Beck and Fender, Beck was overheard shouting, "What a result!" Here is what the guitarist had to say about his upcoming record with Depp to the audience. "I met this guy 5 years ago and we've never stopped laughing since. We actually made an album. I don't know how it happened. It will be out in July." Johnny Depp was granted $10 million in compensatory damages and $2 million in punitive damages, which were reduced to $350,000 by Virginia state law, as a consequence of the jury's unanimous verdict, while Heard was awarded $2 million in compensatory damages. Depp later remarked in a statement that he was very honored that the jury had given him his life back, and added, "The best is yet to come and a new chapter has finally begun." Obviously, this album will be a part of that new chapter. Meanwhile, Heard expressed her disappointment with the final result, saying that she was heartbroken and even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women in a statement. Heard's lawyer, Elaine Bredehoft, has also stated that her client has been demonized in the courtroom and online. Fans of Johnny Depp's music will only have to wait until next month to hear his collaboration with Jeff Beck. In terms of his film work, we'll have to wait a little more for Jean du Barry to be released, but whenever it is, we'll let you know. On the other side of this is the actress Amber Heard. Heard stated she lived in Yucca Valley, California, a desert town near Joshua Tree National Park, during her testimony. She is the mother of a 1-year-old daughter, Una Page. Heard has uploaded several images of herself relaxing in desert settings, including one from February with the comment, "Wandering." On the witness stand, Heard described how the trial has affected her, saying it's been agonizing to relive her alleged traumas in public and to endure death threats daily. "I am harassed, humiliated, threatened every single day. Even just walking into this courtroom, sitting here in front of the world, having the worst parts of my life, things that I've lived through, used to humiliate me. People want to kill me, and they tell me so every day. People want to put my baby in the microwave, and they tell me that," said Heard. "Perhaps it's easy to forget that, but I'm a human being," she said, adding, "I just want Johnny to leave me alone. I don't deserve this. I want to move on." Heard, who most recently starred in the Paramount Plus limited series The Stand, is poised to reprise her role as Mera in the superhero sequel Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which is scheduled to hit theaters in March 2023. Heard said during the trial that her involvement in the film had been pared down as a result of the uproar surrounding her domestic abuse allegations against Depp. However, DC Films president Walter Hamada testified separately that Heard's character was never considered important to the picture, blaming the diminution of her position on a perceived lack of chemistry with co-star Jason Momoa, who plays Aquaman. A petition on Change.org to remove Heard from the Aquaman sequel has built up nearly 4.5 million signatures, indicating the hostility many Depp fans have toward her and their readiness to come together online in support of the actor. During the trial, Heard's agent, Jessica Kovacevic, cited a role the actress lost in an Amazon Studios project with Gael Garcia Bernal as proof of the controversy's impact on her career, but she admitted she couldn't say for sure that Heard had lost employment as a result of the criticism. "No one can say out loud, we're taking this away from her because of this bad press," said Kovacevic, but there is no other reason, she finished. Although her career was expected to fall apart, it took an unexpected turn, as Heard has 2 movie roles already completed. Heard is scheduled to appear in 2 movies, Run Away With Me and In the Fire. Run Away With Me, according to IMDb, follows an American in Paris who falls passionately in love with a model before discovering the criminal underworld of the European modeling industry. Meanwhile, in the Fire, set in the 1890s, Heard plays a New York doctor who travels to a Colombian plantation to care for a disturbed youngster. She causes conflict with a priest who believes the boy is possessed while healing him. Following her presence in next year's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, in which her role was dramatically reduced, these listings on Heard's IMDb page have appeared. A petition to get Amber Heard removed from the sequel to Aquaman is doing well. According to film journalist Grace Randolph, who has a reputation for breaking this type of comic book movie news, the 36-year-old actress, who was embroiled in a costly trial with ex-husband Johnny Depp, has very little screen time in next year's follow-up to the 2018 DC blockbuster, TMZ first reported. Heard, who co-stars with Jason Momoa as Aquaman in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, is said to have less than 10 minutes of screen time in the sequel. The announcement comes as a petition calling for her to be removed from the picture entirely and continues to circulate online, with over 3 million signatures. Do the right thing. Remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2. Jean Larson wrote in the Change.org description of the petition, which she created back in 2020. Peter Safran, the producer of the superhero film, put an end to rumors about Heard's involvement in July 2021. Safran told Deadline at the time, "I don't think that we're ever going to react to, honestly, pure fan pressure. You gotta do what you feel is best for the movie. We felt that if it's director James Wan and Jason Momoa, it should be Amber Heard. That's really what it was. Listen, one is not unaware of what is going on in the Twitterverse, but that doesn't mean you have to react to it or take it as gospel or accede to their wishes," Safran added. "You have to do what you feel is right for the film, and that's really where we landed on it." The sequel was initially set to hit theaters on December 16, 2022, but is pushed back to March 2023. Following the negative publicity, the Washington Post learned that Heard had fired her public relations firm, just in time for her to testify in a Fairfax, Virginia courtroom. Following considerable unfavorable news during her court struggle, she reportedly shifted from crisis PR agency Precision Strategies to Shane Communications. "She doesn't like bad headlines," a source said. Another insider noted that Heard is frustrated with her story not being told effectively. So, what do you think? Do you think that Amber deserves to have a job after all the lies that were uncovered? Leave us your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos like this. See you in the next video.